here, we'd like to welcome you
to a little place that we think is really cool.
Let's talk about the music, let's have a laugh.
You already know what it is.
It's
Podcast.
Plug.
It's the Plug Podcast.
It's the Plug Podcast.
You already know who it is. So why are we still singing this? Let's get on with the Plug Podcast.
Hey, welcome back to the podcast. If you didn't know who it was, my name is Joss. You alright, buddy?
My name is Diego.
And we are here with very special guests. Please introduce yourselves.
Cult of Indigo.
Yeah, woo! And your names
Yeah,
individually?
specifically.
I am Eloise.
Hello.
I'm Julian.
Hello.
I'm Sarah.
Hello.
Welcome, guys, to the podcast.
Oh my god, that was maybe my favorite intro ever.
Glad to be a part of it.
Bangers,
You
like-
said 2 bars.
What? It's 2 bars.
Really?
There's just a.
they
we
really
should have mentioned that there's a pickup. It's
Yeah,
like,
it is a pickup. It's
I
like-
already know what it is.
1,
2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3.
Podcast.
Podcast. Cast on
It was a
one.
lot
Yeah.
faster than I was anticipating.
It's the
I had no part in it.
podcast. That's never gonna get old.
I really want, if anybody's only listening to this on Spotify, I really want you to pause and then get up YouTube and watch that happen.
Yeah.
The visual of it is what sent me. It was like a breath in, like.
You were just like, plug.
I gave
Which I'm
up.
definitely gonna keep in. Anyway, we got another song
Sorry,
to play
yeah,
real quick.
okay, we have another song. We need,
Oh,
to, we
God.
need to carry on. Sorry.
No, that's all right. It was worth the.
What would you like to plug about yourself? Yeah.
Yes. What would you
No.
like to about yourself?
What would you like to podcast about yourself?
This joke's never gonna get old.
No.
Yeah. Anyway, I'll give you guys the floor.
Yeah,
what would
go
you like
ahead.
to plug?
You can go first.
Sarah.
I think I'm going to do a self-plug.
Starting with the self plug.
Oh
I
my
love
goodness.
this.
That's wild.
Betray the band. Respect.
It's actually my solo.
Yeah.
I actually
yeah.
announced the single today.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is Zayn Malik all over again.
Who will be the Harry Styles?
Who's going to be the successful one?
Come on, Zayn was successful.
So your solo project.
Yeah, I have a song called Wollongong Road coming out on Friday the 13th of October.
Oh,
Straight away, I have a
sick.
question. Wollongong
Yes.
Road. Which Wollongong Road are we talking
The
about?
one you're thinking of.
In
Oh, wait.
Arncliffe.
In Arncliffe, yeah?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, I love Wollongong Road.
There is, in fact, no Wollongong Road in Wollongong.
I do.
I was thinking that
Interesting.
because you think about like roads and they're always not where they're named after, you know?
Yeah.
Because they go there. It's like
Except
Parramatta
for
Road.
Torella Street.
That's
Yeah. I mean, I guess that's the one.
I
unmistakable.
think Australia Street's probably in Australia.
Yeah, she's
Fuck, I'm
on
big
something.
Cordell.
Geography.
No, but
No.
like, how many people have driven on Parramatta Road in Parramatta before, you know?
Never. I
Like-
don't think I ever have.
No, I haven't.
I drove on Wollongong Road today.
Congratulations,
Maybe
man.
twice. Who knows?
So stoked. Why is your
Yeah.
song named after Wollongong Road? What's
Because
the significance?
we used to live on Wollongong Road, and it was a
Yeah.
very interesting house.
Great.
Um,
Interesting in like the landlord rental sense, where it was like your door handle was falling.
it was more about a past relationship and what happened there.
Juicy stuff.
Juicy. I was right. This is Zayn Malik. I don't know what a single song of his is about, but I can only presume it's like juicy.
Yeah. It's all about juicy stuff.
Anyway.
So yeah, you just announced this today. Is this like your first song as your project, like new project? What's the name of the project? Is
It's just
your name?
under Sarah Jane.
Respect.
It's going to be it's the first single of my third album.
Nice. Hell yeah.
Gee whiz.
Yeah, she came first.
Yeah.
Damn, you already Zayn Malik years ago.
Yeah.
It's been up and coming. Like,
That's right,
geez, you've got a head start. No, that's awesome.
No,
3
that is
albums.
very exciting. Very cool.
And yeah, what's like the style of music that you
That
kind
was
of
gonna be
make
my
and
question.
like? If you had to shoehorn yourself into a genre or something, you don't have to. You can make up words.
Pretty similar as this band.
Oh, sick.
But I guess it's a little bit more on the alternative, like PJ Harvey sort of.
Sick.
Sure. Cool. Awesome. Is that like a big influence or?
Yeah.
Yeah, sick, mad, sick, mad, and stuff.
And what about the rest of One Direction over here?
Yeah,
what
so
have we got to plug?
You can go next.
what can I be? What member am I?
Yeah, that's a great question.
It's only 4 left.
What's the blonde-haired Irish
Niall.
Niall.
Can't forget about
yeah,
him.
I'll be him.
Okay.
Okay.
Now you have to put on a Irish
Right. Oh, no, that's Scottish.
Yes.
No, I'll keep it. So I'm in 3 bands.
Yeah.
And
you're the drummer?
Obviously. Yep.
Yeah.
And sort of singing and playing piano in one of the other ones.
Hell yeah.
Wow.
But not really. Just one song
Okay,
so
good.
far.
It counts.
It counts.
But,
Yeah.
So one is called Section Off. That's like a small one. Me and my friend Claire started.
Awesome.
And
Shout out
we've
Claire.
just released a song on Spotify.
Is a first song on
First
the
song, yeah.
Nah.
We've got 4 others that we haven't released. yet.
Hell yeah, yeah, absolutely.
And then
I have a
there's-
little sound effect for when something gets plugged. Ready? Here we go.
Okay, cool.
There we go.
Great. Section Off. And then my other band is Mr. Mopus,
Oh, cool.
which I've been in for like 3-4 years, maybe.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Shout out, Mr.
Why
Mopus.
Mr. Mopus?
I think it's like everyone in the band is pretty mopey. That's my idea of it.
Okay. All right.
But
so it's
it's-
open to interpretation.
Yeah, I would
Okay,
say
I
so.
see. Okay.
You know, we used to be called like Cleocatra or something.
Oh, that's so sick.
That is.
Yeah,
pretty
but I
cool
think it
too.
was
I
like
also
someone's
like-
cat. And so
okay.
we just like had that set as like a group chat. for a while.
Cleocatra is a good cat name too.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I don't know. Really.
What's wrong with it?
Yeah, I feel like you'd call it Cleo for short because you'd hate to be like, hey,
Catra.
good morning, Cleopatra.
Yeah.
Like every morning you'd be like, I really named it that, didn't I?
It's like how your full name is Jossitron, right?
I love that.
Right.
Don't tell the people. Jossitron.
Nice. So, as the
That's awesome.
drummer of the band, obviously have a lot going on as per usual drummer stuff.
Yeah, typical drummer stuff.
Typical drummer stuff. And what kind of like music does Mr. Mopus play in?
So Mr. Mopus is like, we're a bit more experimental. We play with different time signatures sometimes.
That's good. That's good fun.
Pretty like heavy sometimes,
Sick.
and then
Yeah.
really melodic in other times. So it's like just a really good mix, and then like a decent singer.
And this is the one where you play one.
I play
song?
just the drums.
Okay.
Okay.
So the
Is
other
that
one
section
where you
off,
play
the one you play
Yes.
piano a bit?
Yeah.
Okay.
So how does that work? Do you just like stand up for a song? You're like, all right. I'm on
So we
piano,
haven't
guys."
we haven't played live at least. Well, there was an open mic we did like 2 weeks ago. But,
Oh, sick.
But like we've never played
That song.
That song.
Yeah,
Oh,
gotcha.
I see. So cross that bridge when you get there.
Exactly.
Maybe have you
I think it should
considered-
be like a grand reveal sort of thing.
Well, I was thinking keytar because
Oh, they're even cooler. Whoa.
I was thinking bright red keytar.
Oh,
because that would
yeah, no. I was thinking like, like you're in the background, like shadowed in darkness the whole time,
Wow,
like playing
yeah,
around,
yeah, just
and then
quietly.
like last song,
Spotlight.
and then like there's a piano. Sorry,
you stand on the drum stool,
no
you
one
fall over,
anticipates
you roll your
it.
ankle really badly.
I do like the idea of a keytar.
Yeah.
Because,
Yeah.
you are the star basically.
Yeah,
You've got one
yeah.
of those.
Yeah,
My
legit.
dad
like,
has a
no-
red guitar.
Oh,
There we go.
Oh, geez.
Can you give it to me now?
sorted.
Wow, we've sowed the seeds of something truly beautiful.
We've sowed the seeds of distrust by starting with our
The solo project, and then the. All right,
but now we're bringing it back.
Okay, so Eloise, we should let you talk about the band.
Yeah,
right?
I don't have any other projects. So this is just my life.
It's giving. What's his name? Liam. What's his name?
Oh, it's not Liam.
Liam.
Gallagher?
Pain.
Pain.
I do not
How
associate.
how many members of One Direction? Are there 5? Who am I
Well,
forgetting?
there
Louis.
were 5, and then there were 4.
Yeah, Louis Tomlin. So you have Louis.
Oh, I thought
could do
Zane
Louis.
left
Oh,
first.
yeah, Zane
Yeah.
did leave first.
Okay.
You know what? You could be Harry. It's true.
I love a set of flares.
Is that canon?
What? Eloise equals Harry.
Yeah.
I've never seen them in the same room.
Yeah,
Have
true.
you? Have any of you guys? I certainly have.
Fuck.
not.
But maybe
So, Cult of Indigo.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey?
What am I plugging? We released a single recently
Yeah, hell yeah.
called Without.
Woo.
Without what? That's my first question.
So many things.
Okay, good.
So many things. But we have a music video for that, which is going to be released ETA.
ETA.
Okay.
Yeah,
Dunno.
cool.
But
Working on
it's
It's
happening.
been filmed.
Sweet. It's
so
done.
we have
ready.
to just make it exist and
Yeah.
then
Okay.
we'll work out how to put it out into the universe.
Great. Very good fun.
Yeah.
So it's like a subscribe to Cult of Indigo on YouTube sort of situation.
Yeah.
Dude,
We,
yes.
we were shit talking YouTube before on the DL.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Just quietly.
Follow, subscribe.
Yeah. Hit that
what else can you
bell.
do? I don't know. Yeah, that.
Yeah.
That's
Hit
it.
that bell.
Hit that bell.
Ding the bell to ding. I don't know. Subscribe to
Yeah, what are the
watch.
new like parameters for like getting lots of views? Like, there's so many different things. Share,
TikTok
like,
now.
comment.
Yeah. The first idea is to get off YouTube and go to TikTok. Nah, joke.
The
Legit,
first
though?
interview we did, we got in trouble for not having a TikTok yet because
You got in-
apparently
Got in
Australia
trouble?
was like behind the times. And I understand, I really let down the social media game for this band. So we had to form a TikTok. So we do have one.
Sweet.
Oh, you do.
That's good.
Is there anything on there now? Or?
I think there's 2 videos.
Hey, that's a start,
I'm trying.
I get
That's
the
what
grind.
matters.
I get the grind,
Yeah,
It's rough.
If it's any consolation, I don't have TikTok.
It's okay. I don't
So you
have a
don't get
personal
the grind.
one.
Yeah.
I posted more on my personal one, I think. No,
I think you have. Just show. This is the thing. I am fully across everything that happens on TikTok because I live with Joss and Maddie. And
You just watch theirs.
And at any given time, it's one of them being like, "Check this out."
it's because there's so much good stuff.
Yeah, there is a lot.
There's so much good stuff.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
I just feel like a lot of it just carries over into Instagram, though. That's
2
why I
weeks
never
later.
got.
Yeah, it's always an Instagram delay.
I think personally that it can go either way. I think we need to do away with the what's the word, with the idea that TikTok's ahead, because I think Instagram also pumps out so much stuff that takes a few weeks to get to TikTok.
The memes just aren't as good on Instagram.
I disagree.
No.
Well, maybe that's because I only have Instagram. Mind you, I don't really watch Reels on Instagram.
Yeah.
I watch Reels. But the real question is, where does YouTube Shorts fall on this
Yeah, completely. That's a different world, I think.
Yeah.
YouTube Shorts and like the Facebook equivalent, like whatever you get fed on Facebook, are always like, did you know in Florida there have been 6 alligators found to be wearing bowler hats?
You're so right.
This phenomenon is due to the bowler hat factory burning down.
Me 3 hours later, like deep into the channel, like, whoa, this is
So
crazy.
maybe, you're right, like being across every single sort of like short form, like TikTok, like shorts, reels, all of that is so hard and difficult, and they're all like different breeds, and so I don't know. I think maybe for your Facebook you need to do just like really phony fact videos. On TikTok you just
You
need
gotta
to do a
change
lot
it for
of,
every.
lot of zooming, and that pretty much
Good
sets you
tip.
up for success.
Okay.
Yeah,
Just
and
dancing.
Reels?
and reels. What about reels?
Short?
Yeah, short, like very short, and like it needs to have like something going on in the background at any given time. Yeah, green screen
where
for
I'm
reels.
Green screen only for reels.
Yeah.
So, how long have you guys been a band for?
Wow. Good question.
I'm full of them.
Since 2020?
Yeah.
Sick.
I'd say so.
Lots of bands forming
Maybe
in
end of
2020.
2019. It's been an interesting path.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think like
always is.
that sort of like end of 2019, 2020 is just like Twilight Zone because that was COVID. So it's like
Yeah.
Is this the original band? Plus, there's one other member, right? Bass player.
It is not the original.
We left some people behind. God rest their souls.
Sarah and I, we go back. We
Oh,
go back.
sick.
We know each other since we were like 12.
Ah.
We were younger, so we will always be here.
Nice.
great.
And so then when did the other guys hop on?
Well,
We got adopted recently.
I was actually auditioning for something that Sarah was doing. I thought it was for the Violet Stones, which is another band that she's in. And
right?
Plug,
Sorry
yeah,
to
plug the
plug it.
Violet Stones.
Right.
I've definitely seen the Violet Stones before.
I've definitely heard of the Violet.
Okay, so anyway, I was wrong. It actually was for something else that she was doing.
Nice.
So that was
Happens.
around 2020, and
Okay.
then, I met Eloise at a party, and 2 years later, I joined the band.
We used to
okay.
practice next to your bedroom. So I feel
That's
like
right,
you
yeah, I
were
remember
always
that.
right there, but not in the band.
Just like lurking, just like with your, just like leaning up against the wood.
Yeah, I'm just like,
Waiting.
drums could have sounded better there.
just walk away, just like. It's not what I would have.
After they finish the song, it's not gonna. What the fuck was that? No,
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
Yeah, nah. So
And the bass player Harry, right? That's his name. How did
Yes.
he come into it all?
Facebook.
Whoa.
nice.
We put the call out and said, who wants to play bass for our band?
Sick.
He said, sure. And we said, wow, you're cool.
that was it. That was
You
it.
put
I'm
up a
keeping it
video.
real simple, but that's it.
Yeah, great.
You
So
put up a video on Facebook saying, "Did you know you can join Cult of Indigo?"
It works.
It works, trust me.
great. So how much was the single that you just put out? That was like was that the first of like, a coming bigger project? What's the vibe?
I hope so.
Okay, sure.
Like you said, I mean, not to go there again. I'm sure everyone's talking
there.
about 2020 and its
Oh yeah.
trials and tribulations, but we
What
were
happened?
trying
No,
to.
I'm
don't know. We like released a single back then, and we were gonna do like a launch gig
Yeah.
and then do more gigs
Yeah.
and grow
A
from
lot,
there.
yeah.
And that was cancelled.
Yeah.
So we just released the one song, and then I think it was 2 years after that, then we just decided, let's just put out the other songs as an EP, and then kind of stuffed around with that for a bit. And then this year, I think I definitely want to do more shows. We're practicing really regularly
Hell
again.
yeah.
Sick.
Trying to finish writing off that other song that we keep forgetting about. Maybe we should do that next
Songs
week.
do that. Because like we said, there's just so much going on at any given time. So it's like you can be super passionate about a song and it'll just disappear forever.
Have you guys got anything recorded in the bank? Ready to go.
Yeah. Oh,
Damn.
also, who do you record your music with? Is there a producer or something that you want to share?
Sarah's house.
My dad's studio.
Plug Sarah's dad.
Yes.
Sarah Senior.
Sarah
Your dad's name is Sarah.
Yeah, right. Your last name's Sarah. Right?
Sarah, like Mario.
That's stupid. Oh god, that's so funny. So just looking to record more music. That's the goal.
I think so.
Hell yeah.
Great.
And you guys got any shows lined up anytime soon or?
No, does anyone want to give us one?
There we go.
Nice.
If
This
anyone's
is a
out
call
there
out.
listening,
The call out.
if you
Okay,
want to
great.
support, if you want to anything, I don't know.
Hang out.
Give us
Live
anything.
music.
Yeah,
Great,
true.
good.
No, that's what we're here to do,
And so usually at the end of this segment, the self plug, we give the artists an opportunity to just rapid fire plug.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just if you want to plug a
Friends.
a family member,
Other bands you
Cleopatra.
like. Cleopatra, yeah.
And I'm just gonna have this sound effect
Yeah.
ready to just rapid fire.
Yeah, if there's any cool bands in Sydney you like.
Of course, Sarah Senior, number one. Yeah, shout out, Dr. Dre.
Looks at Mike.
That's a visual.
Looks at Mike.
That's-
Looks at camera.
That's a
looks
visual
at Mike.
joke, so you have to be. Who's Mike? Shout out Mike. Anyone else?
Yeah, let's stop. We'll stop.
Yeah,
You
we'll
guys-
stop. It's your turn. All right.
No, it's good. Keep going.
No, but any cool bands you guys like that you just want to shout out, friends you have,
Friends, yeah.
family members.
The Future Thrills. They put out a
cool.
single recently. We did a gig with them earlier in the year.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, shout
We
out
remember
Future
you.
Thrills.
Nice. Future Thrills. They get a plug. Sarah, anyone that plays for you in your multiple other bands.
Yeah, you have
apparently?
lots of bands, right? So
Maybe Louis Lebron.
Yes.
Yes.
Shout out Louis. He gets a plug.
yeah, what's the deal with them?
Yeah, what's Louis do?
He is the bassist of the Violet Stones, but he's doing his own solo thing.
Oh, wow, everybody's got.
Yeah,
Yeah, he does electronic music, so it's a little bit different.
Okay,
sick.
good,
Yeah,
good,
plug
good.
electronic music.
Yeah, sure. Shout out electronic music.
Sorry,
Just in general.
Yeah,
I just like electronic music.
just in general. What about your music video? Did you guys film that all by yourselves? Was that Sarah Senior as well?
No, I will plug Felix.
Felix.
Filmed it, directed it.
Shout out.
I was pretty impressed. I think I might use him for my new video with Section Off.
Plug the brew video with Section Off.
Wow. Yeah, there's a plug the video that Section Off is doing apparently.
Oh yeah, we were just talking about it yesterday. It's not even-
great.
Well, we plugged that conversation.
Not in the works yet.
Hey, Felix, good news. You've been locked in.
Julian will send you the invoice soon, right? Oh, that's so
Free
funny.
dinner.
A beer.
Please, free dinner. Please.
All right, so
Yeah.
let's wrap this one up. We like to wrap up segments by we have a little folder of just guitar licks. So you can pick a number between 1 and 15, and we'll play one of them to write us out.
Come on.
1 and 15.
Telepathically.
All right, yeah. Everybody say the same number.
2, 1, 6.
5.
Wow. 5, 6, 7.
I'm gonna
Whoa. 5, 6. Damn, that would have been so good if it was
close.
not.
Close. All right, I'm gonna go with 6 because it's the average.
Very diminished.
What?
Jesus Christ!
Welcome back.
We sounded like a bunch of bees that froze in time. Okay, welcome to the second segment of the Plug Podcast. We have a song here that I have super ready, and because I'm really professional. Here it is.
What?
What album are you plugging today? Yeah!
Open bracket S. Closed albums.
Yeah, albums. Yeah. So there's 3 albums to plug today.
3. So
And
we
one
should,
of them is still a mystery to us. It's exciting.
we should crack into it straight away. Who would like to go first? Mystery album?
Mystery album.
Yeah, let's do it. All right.
Okay.
Alright, who wants to
Well,
go
now
first?
let's see one of you guys.
I can go first.
Yeah, go first.
Yeah, go
Let's
first.
talk about
What are you plugging?
your album.
Ballpark Music by Ballpark Music.
Oh.
2020. Greatest band
Sorry,
of all
we're
time.
clapping.
Greatest band of all time. The GOAT.
Goat.
Goated with the sauce.
I said what I said.
Quirky white boy busting it down sexual style. Goated with the sauce.
Why did you pick Ballpark Music to plug?
I mean, I was always going to pick a record by them just
Sure.
because I love BPM so much. But, you know, self-titles are always like the culmination of like, I think, hope, what they want to like portray
Yeah.
as
Yeah. what they
their
wanna
sound,
like.
their
I'm hearing
band.
you.
I'm hearing you.
It came out in 2020, so, you know, of course, I had a lot of time to listen to it.
Yep.
And I did.
Yep.
I did. It just has a great array of different songs, I think, for different like moods. There's, you know, you've got like really emotional Turning Zero,
Yeah.
which is very like
Last song,
twinkly
last
and
one, yeah.
nice.
It is twinkly and nice. It's true.
Facts.
It's true. It's
Nothing
true.
Ever Goes My Way, which is like the anthem.
So good.
The anthem when you're not feeling it.
Yeah.
God, I have Bedroom.
Yep.
I don't know what else to say about that. They're all good.
They're all
songs.
good.
Head Like a
They're all
Sieve.
good, yeah.
I mean, created the whole thing where Sam, the lead singer, like gets up on stage with the sieve on his head at the
Great.
shows, and
Makes
everyone's
sense.
like, haha. You
I
know?
get it.
So, are you a fan of Head Like a Sieve?
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember when this album came out, I was recording with The Shang, right? And Michael Calcutt was like, oh, I hate this.
Calling him out. Ouch.
And that stuck with me because I was like, you're so wrong. You're objectively wrong.
I don't think it's like, you know, the best song on the album or anything.
No,
like that.
no, but it's.
But I don't really think there's like many bad
He was,
songs.
he
on
was
it,
just
you
like,
know what I mean?
oh, I don't like that song.
Oh, you're like, fuck yourself, man. Shut off the tap, bro.
Huh? Oh, yeah. Up, Japan!
No way. Okay.
Flex.
Well, hang on. How do we do this?
Matching tattoo.
Oh, God, I'm not going to get it up. We got the spark up.
Oh, yeah. Well done. We're
Yeah.
tatting. We're tatting,
Doesn't get
we're
up
tatting
very
all
much,
around.
but it is from that album. So
And wait till you guys see this. I'm joking. I don't have any tattoos. I'm sorry. Foo Fighters logo on the back of my neck. I've always wanted to do that because I just thought it would be funny as fuck.
Oh my god, I would not be friends with you.
Why not?
I don't know.
And then I'll release my third album and call it, what's it called? There's Nothing Left to Lose, and it'll be black and white, and it'll just be a photo.
Anyway, ballpark music.
I'm just going to copy Dave Grohl's entire
So,
life.
I mean, like, you know, this album, I like it, I guess.
Clearly.
I like it. I wasn't super
How does
excited when
this-
somebody plugged it in.
Oh my god, I can't believe I picked that.
I'm going to play it super cool.
How does that...
Yeah.
How does this sit in your ballpark? Like, you're like, you know, is it one of your favorites by them?
Can't choose.
You can't choose.
Can't choose.
But... can't go fuck yourself, mate.
No, I can't choose. I simply cannot. It's up there, but in my brain, whenever I think of like ballpark album, it's like, oh yeah, it's up there. You know what I mean? Like they're all kind of good.
I think it completed the trilogy, as you know, of Bad Taste Blues.
Yeah,
which
that
is-
was a big moment.
That's iconic,
That was a
having
big
that
moment.
all.
I think
fall into place.
Maddie was the one that told me, like in an interview, they were like, somebody asked him, was like, oh, why'd you finally decide to do number 3? And they were just like, oh, because we knew like people would like, it would get their attention. No other
It
reason.
worked.
Yeah, and it worked, you know, and it's also an amazing song.
Yeah, that's why you listen to the band, you know?
Yeah,
Because they do stuff like that
Because
for
they
you.
do stuff like that. Yeah,
That's how you become a fan.
Just for you, yeah. And it's also, and it's like an incredible song, and it's on an incredible album. It's so good. I could go on forever about this album. So, do you have a favorite song? Do you have a number one? Is it possible? Is it doable?
Sparker? You got the tattoos.
I mean, it depends on the vibe. I am
Christ.
inclined to say Spark Up. Misunderstood song, woefully, of course. I mean, that's the whole double entendre thing. But like the messages, the lyrics, I'm a big lyric lover. I mean, you can play good music, but like I listen to what they're
You're
saying.
listening, yeah.
I'm always there listening.
I will say, I like, the reason I like ballpark music so much is because they make it so easy to sing along to seemingly nonsense sometimes, you know what I mean? There's like some lines in there that I'm like, I've just got no idea what he's talking about, but it's so good. You know?
Yeah. What's the one about...
Go on.
I can't think
They're
of
all
it.
weird. There are like, there's so many
it's,
like...
It's
just, like,
one on their newest album about like... It's like something about like a pie or something like that, right?
when my mama was young...
Put a bun in the
they put a bun in the oven.
That was
yeah.
me.
That
That
was
was
me.
me. I am the bun, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weird.
Weird, right? You're like, what's he talking about?
My mind is a casserole.
Yeah.
Every year they add one more thing.
Yeah.
That's kind of creative.
It's
Yeah,
delicious.
that's good.
New
That's
ingredients.
good. Yeah,
You
I
have
get it.
to-
What's blood yapping about?
What's blood buzzing it down? I'm gonna stop. Anyway, yeah, no, like there's a lot of on here, and it's like they're such a good band.
Just a good group of 19-year-olds.
These are memes I get. All right, I'm following. I'm just.
I would hope that landed. I'm like, oh my god.
I was like, okay.
Yeah. No. What about you? Because I mentioned that every ballpark album's kind of like just like up there. You know what I mean? I can't really put one above the other. But if you were to put this somewhere, where would it be?
Oh. Wow.
I mean, you did plug it, so
Yeah,
it has
that's
to be
true. Like why
up
this
there.
one out of all of them?
I might say number one for me, but only not like music wise, more so like how much it means to me, I guess.
I'll
Just
show
like
ya.
how much listen time and
Yeah.
like, you know, I had the time, I had the investment, I thought about it because like I think starting our band or like trying to write better at the same time as it came out, like I was trying to learn
Yeah.
and
Yeah, of
absorb
course.
kind of
You know
from
what?
that.
Actually, I think this was only like the second ballpark album I listened to top to bottom. Like
Wow, true.
this was like probably the album that like sold me.
Yeah,
on it.
you discovered this band through this podcast.
Super. Yeah, that's true. The second episode of this podcast,
Ever.
our friends Robbie and Stu plugged
Happiness in
and Surrounding Suburbs.
Yeah, the best ballpark
and I was
music
like,
album
wow,
that
this
you
band
can
would
ever
really. You could listen to the episode. And I go, this band's really good. I might listen to them more. And now I have a tattoo.
Slippery slope.
Yeah, it's a very slippery slope for sure. Yeah. It's freaking. Joss, do you have a favorite song?
Favorite song?
Yeah.
It's gonna be Bad Taste Blues Part 3.
Ah,
I
respect.
think, you know, as like someone who's listened to the band for ages, it's just, you know, like you said, it's satisfying to be like, oh, there's a third part to that song that
Yeah.
I love. Like, you know, it's so sick
Yeah.
that they do that for people, the fans and stuff like that.
Literally.
Yeah, I don't know. This is like probably like not my favorite Ballpark Music album. I love a lot of their albums, but I think like I still come back to their debut like more often than not. But even like their latest album, Weirder and Weirder, I think is like one of their best.
Yeah.
I thought that one was just like banger on banger. But yeah, this one's also really sick.
I do think this one is like banger after banger.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? It's just like the opening like 5-track run is insane. Is just
Nothing Ever Goes My Way still
Is this
blows
the
my
new
mind.
one or the?
The one that
the plugged one.
Yeah, the plugged.
The
plugged
self-titled.
album.
The self-titled.
And I think it is like the perfect like sort of self-titled album.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like it's nothing too extreme or like over the top. It's just like them. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Which is
for
like
sure.
exactly like you're saying. It's like what they wanted, and I think they got that. You know?
It is super them.
But yeah, I think like I just want to shout out Weirder and Weirder because I just think this is such a not underrated album, but like I feel like it didn't get much talk.
As much
I feel
love
that
as
at the
yeah.
concerts too. I feel like people aren't singing along as much.
Yeah.
And, like-
Makes me sad.
Hard agree.
I just think this is
Hard
a
agree.
like banging album.
It
like
is totally.
so many good songs in here.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Man, I'm gonna
we're
listen
not-
to
we're not talking about that one, but-
anyway, we're not. Anyway,
We should move on.
we should move on. We should move
to another album because we got lots of
we
albums
have
to get
album
through.
number 2 to plug.
Okay. I'm gonna go with "Hymns for the Non Believer"
Yes,
by Kisschasy.
Lock that in.
It's
this one wasn't a mystery to us.
Yeah, we knew this.
yeah, I've
Yeah,
told you
yeah.
guys
Keeping it
already.
Aussie, I love it.
Yeah.
Look, it's pop punk, very like I wouldn't say it's generic, but it it just follows like norms.
Yes.
It's 2007. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
it's-
It's like right when Fall Out Boy was
Yes,
smashing
big time,
it. So
big
like
time.
they're nowhere near as big as any of those bands, but like I think way better
Quality-wise.
This truly is like Australia's answer to pop punk. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah,
The
yeah.
band.
Yeah,
Like,
like early on it was like I think there was United Paper People, which
Yep.
I think that was their first. I'm not sure.
Well, how many albums do they have then in total?
So United Paper People, Hymns for the Non-Believer. Then they released it was like something I can't remember. I just didn't really like it, to be honest.
Seizures.
Seizures. There we go. I don't know. I think
To be or not to be as well.
There you go.
to be or not to be.
Yeah.
So anyway, this third album,
Yeah.
I think it's their third album,
Yeah.
and I think it's just the best, and like they sort of peaked. And
Sure.
I saw an interview actually where the singer said that, like he said, like we peaked at this.
Well,
album.
it's like I think the only like Kisschasy song that I'm familiar with is on this album. It's like their most like popular song.
Yeah,
you
there's
know
that
what I mean? Their opinions. Yep.
Opinions won't keep you warm at night.
That's what it is.
Yeah, that's
what
like their most famous one.
Well,
for
yeah,
sure.
and it's like the second song on the album, which it's
prime
really
single spot.
prime single spot on an
Like real
album,
estate, you know?
Yeah.
It's always the second song.
yeah. It like I don't know if it might be my favorite song on the album too.
Yeah. It reminds me a lot of the song by The Fray. What's it called? Over My Head. Everybody
Cable car.
knows.
Like
Yeah.
it's over my head or something.
Like the middle.
Yeah. That's what
And like that's why like because I remember Data Remember did like a pop punk version of that.
yes, I do remember.
And it's like this feels like the predecessor. Like it's like Data Remember were like, all right, we need to recreate the song, but like Kisschasy.
But
you
like,
know?
and it's like what you said. It's like I think it's probably a factor of just being Australian and cursed. But it's like I think like I agree. It's like in terms of
We're a
like
cursed country.
in terms of like pop punk and like quality, I think it's like on par with everybody else that of like your Fall Out Boys and all those kind of bands that just fucking blew up insanely.
Yeah,
But I think
I kind of wonder if it's just like we're Australian.
We're Australian, yeah.
And like Americans he doesn't really have that much of an accent, but
It sounds like more American accent wise than it does like Australian. You know what I mean? Like he's really putting on that sort of pop punk voice.
clip that, post that on Reels.
Facepalm.
Yeah,
But like he really has that accent of like I'm
it's
a pop punk
Australian.
singer.
It's Australian pop punk.
Yeah, but like you can definitely still hear the Australian accent coming through, especially on like a few specific tracks. I feel like
Spray on Pants is another good
Oh,
one.
my
Spray on
God.
Pants is a good one. I was listening
What
to
a
that on the
banger.
train. Yeah, that is a good one. And it's just it's just so full of angst,
Yeah.
So it's like, and angry.
I think Factory or Spray on Pants are like my favorite.
Factory is
my
really good
favourite.
too. Factory's really good
100%.
too. Yeah.
Only because, I mean, just the drums are insanely
Yeah.
fun. It just starts with...
I think,
like, all right, we're starting big.
I think my favorite, just because it was like it's like the second last song. My Bible is a scrapbook. It's just like it's just a little bit different to the rest of them, and it's like really stands out because it's just so like it's so much more like heavy in a way, you know.
Yeah.
It is also like definitely mastered louder than the rest of the songs.
Happens.
I guess it's because it's like super distorted or something. But yeah, no, like I think there's So, fun fact, you guys know, but the audience doesn't know. Josh got COVID, right? So, I listened to this album. I know, right? He's still got it. Can you believe it? No.
Jesus, sorry, I don't know if you saw like the live flash before my eyes.
No, I didn't, but I can picture it pretty vividly. But yeah, just got COVID, so I listened to this album twice, right? And the second time I listened to it was today. And it was one of those things where I came back to it and I wasn't expecting to, but like the songs kind of like hit differently now that I was like more familiar with them. And in a way where I could imagine, 2007 Diego, super into this kind of pop punk, being like, I love it.
Yeah, I feel like there's like a stage in your life as like a listener of music where it's like you love pop punk and then you're like, I don't listen to that shit anymore, and then you come back to it and you're like, why did I hate this so much?
Why did I think I was cooler than this music? I'm simply not.
It's just like, it's just acceptance, that like,
big time.
Music is what it is, and you can like it regardless of what it sounds
So
like.
did you have a favorite on that note?
Yeah. Factory or Spray on Pants?
Factory or Spray on Pants. Okay.
Do you listen, bro?
I was listening, man. My God.
It was a seller you were,
I'm
mate.
gonna have a talk after.
All right.
Oh, jeez.
Leave now. Or?
That Maddie says that to me all the time. When we're in front of people, it's really funny. Yeah, I just said your name. Were you paying attention? Recall what I said right now.
Recall what I said right now. Recall what I said right now.
Anyway. I've never listened to Kisschasy, really, except for the one song just from the radio probably at some point in my life. And this was a nice introduction from them. I could imagine that this is, the peak of the mountain, maybe. But I like it. And
I mean, I do agree it is like, because the album after that, I don't know what they were doing. It's
I love like shit talking the band you're plugging. It's my favorite.
I
awesome.
have to be real. Like, I didn't like what they came
I
out
mean,
with.
sure,
the only song that, and it was just like perfect.
Yeah.
Dinosaur.
True.
okay.
Have you heard that?
No, I
It's-
don't think so.
It's just an acoustic guitar and the singer. Oh, and I think like
sure.
some other guitar in the background, but it's just
Okay.
very loudly played.
Acoustic guitar pop punk songs usually go far.
It's not even
God.
pop punk. It's like just like a really nice,
Just
I don't-
acoustic.
I don't
Just
know.
nice music.
Yeah. Yeah, what do you call that stuff? What do people call that? Acoustic guitar? Singer-songwriter.
There we go.
God,
Yeah.
so stupid, bro.
Yeah, fuck the rest of the people who sing and song.
He's chasing a whole bunch of non-singer songwriters.
Anyway,
Should we move on to mystery album?
mystery album, Sarah, if you don't mind.
The mystery album is This Is Why by Paramore.
Nice.
Oh, nice. We were talking about this a few weeks ago.
Yeah, Maddie's recently done a Paramore binge because she's like, what's all the nonsense?
What's all the hubbub?
What's all the hubbub about Paramore? And she's like, all right, they're pretty good.
I still haven't listened to this album.
It's good.
I should.
I think I listened to it when it came out, and I was like, well, I was keeping up with the symbols, the singles. I nearly said it again. I was keeping up with all the singles pretty consistently, and I liked all of them, and I just liked the whole vibe and style of it.
Correct.
But I was never like a big Paramore listener,
You went a Parahole?
Is that what? Is
Yeah,
that
that's what we call ourselves. No.
yourselves? I was gonna like really fuck you up, and I was gonna say like, look Sarah in the eyes right now and call her a
I couldn't.
No, but you're a Parahole.
Yeah, I can call myself a
that's
Parahole.
Right. Yeah, that's right.
I'm not really, but
What
Oh my
Eloise
God.
said about like self-titled albums.
Yeah.
Being Paramore's one, I think was like so well done because like they made a seamless transition to what was the one after.
After Love.
after laughter.
After,
So
yeah.
that was they went from like so Brand New Eyes to the self-titled, and it was just like no one was shocked. It was just like,
It was
okay,
a nice sort
they're
of
like they're
easing
kind of
into
like
it, yeah.
embracing a different side,
Yeah.
and then suddenly they're like completely different,
Yeah.
and everyone is all about it.
I think the newest album, right, is like a nice sort of like middle ground in between all of that, where it's still like kind of like, I don't know how to put it. It's still very dramatic, you know what I mean? But it like in the best way possible. I don't know what's my favorite song. The News was really good. Just?
I know This Is Why, so I said.
Okay, yeah, no, sorry, yeah, I forgot that you haven't. I forgot that this album was a mystery album.
No. Yeah, I know it's not the album, but
Yeah.
this fucking album
Just is like, that's cool, guys. Anyway, Afterlife.
gangster.
If you like that, you probably like the.
Yeah, sweet.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
And I
This
mean,
Is
I've
Why.
listened to like her like latest solo records as well, which are also really good.
Yes.
So I'm kind of just behind, like, but I'm a fan, guys.
That's
Trust.
what I also think. This is why sounds a lot like Hayley Williams' solo stuff
Yeah,
as
that's
well.
what I've been told as
That's
well.
why, because I only started listening to Paramore like properly after the self-titled album, because
Cool.
I prefer from self-titled to
Which is
This Is Why.
like, I'm in the same boat. This is awesome to meet someone else. Because everyone else is like, no, Riot is the best. Brand new. And I'm just like, guys, the pop stuff's kind of sick.
Yeah, I like how they've changed their sound, because a lot of other bands don't change their sound, and I can see sort of like their fans dropping, because
Yeah.
I feel like you do need to change your sound to keep people
Keep it-
interested,
yeah,
and Paramore's
exactly.
done that so well.
We sort of had this conversation on another podcast about Bring Me the Horizon, where it's like they did such a steady change as well, where it's like they've not only like kept a lot of their old fans, but they've also just brought on
That's what I mean.
so many.
Like, I think if you do something new every time, it's like you never really have the issue of becoming stale. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah.
To the point where it's like, even if the people who are like diehard fans, they're like, I don't like the new album. It sounds too much not like the band. I like.
They sound like they're enjoying themselves too much. How dare Hayley Williams?
But like at the same time, you have people who be like, oh, I don't really like their old stuff, but I like this new one. You know what I mean? You gain fans. you
Yeah,
know?
you're more likely to gain more than lose.
Exactly.
By doing
big
that.
time.
Yeah.
Big
I don't get why bands don't change.
Well, and it's like, I think the biggest thing is, to me, it's like this newest album is like, it's not that far away from their older stuff. You know what I mean? It's like still has that sort of like rocky urgency and
Absolutely.
and it's still like, I find Paramore like super, I don't know, what's the best, raw, you know what I mean? Like they're not super like obsessed about like production being like fucking sounding the exact same as every other song on the radio, you know?
Yeah.
Especially for a pop band.
Yeah.
Pop band?
They like defy genre at this point, I guess.
Yeah, they do. Paramore is like,
It's like Linkin Park, you know?
Yeah.
What are you going to call them? Huh? New metal? Only two of their albums are new metal, bro.
calm down, man.
Why are you calling it new metal?
Why are you grabbing me so much?
Sorry, I love Linkin Park.
Yeah, no. So, do you have a favorite song from the album?
Let me just bring them up. I'm terrible with names, but
Yeah, you're like us.
when This Is Why came out, I listened to that like
Yeah, rinsed it.
like hundreds of times.
Yeah.
But now that I skip it now. But,
Moved on.
but that would probably be my like favorite
Sick.
if I didn't run it into the ground.
Yeah.
I really like. This is so hard. Maybe Running Out of Time.
All right.
But
Yeah,
there's like
good
all of
choice.
them are good.
Yeah, they're all good. They're all good. I think that's the biggest.
That's
thing
the
about-
conclusion.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing about the album.
There's
And
no
it's-
skips for me, which is a big thing.
And I think that's because it's like the songs are so. It's such a interesting sort of like balance that they've hit that can only come from being like experienced and good. Where it's like every song is like just like super different, but also not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's just good. Good on them. I could not do that. There's simply no way. There's simply no way.
All right, should we wrap this one up?
All right, let's wrap this Seggy up. That's right. I'm bringing back.
Bring Seggy back. No way.
Josh tried doing this thing where he called the segment Seggies to even though it's the same amount of syllables. So it's
up.
not really it's not really shortening it. It's not much of an abbreviation. But
Tell all the Jimmies out there, huh?
I like it.
who go, yeah, Jimmy,
Seggy.
it's short for James. You're like, what?
Long for James.
it's long.
It legit, it is long for James.
All right. So we're gonna have to pick another number, or you're all gonna have to pick one number at the same time on the count of 3.
We have
Out of
this.
what?
Out of 15, but you can't. It's easier now because you can't pick 6.
Yeah.
Okay.
We can do this.
Count it down.
3, 2, 1, 10.
11.
Whoa!
So close.
Holy
And
shit.
We did it again.
9, 10, 11.
9, 10, 11. What the fuck?
That was crazy.
12.
All right,
so
10.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
number
scary.
10. Here it is. That's a bit freaky. All right, here we go. The chair, apparently.
Hello. We're back. We're back on another segment of the episode of the podcast.
Hurting my brain.
Welcome back to the podcast, everybody. Remember that bit? That was funny.
What? Welcome back. The podcast?
Yeah.
Welcome back to the podcast. Wow, I forgot about that bit. I'm so glad you put it back in my mind. Aren't you glad, Eloise?
Yeah, so good. Anyway, we got another song to play for this last segment. It's a fun little game. It's a classic. Everyone loves it.
I love it.
Hit the button.
I'm a
bro.
big fan.
I have just assessed that the sky is a ginormous asshole.
I really forgot how hot I come in with that.
Yes, that's right. Arsehole assessment. If you didn't know how it's played, I've found 5 reviews from the website called Rate Your Music. A really, really, really good place on the internet that's not toxic at all. And I found some really just bad reviews, not bad reviews, negative reviews. Some of them are really good, but like obviously I picked out some really funny ones.
Yeah.
About albums, and you just essentially guess what album
It's a multiple
they are
choice.
talking about.
Multiple choice.
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 It's multiple choice, eh?
Fuck. Knock it off.
Hey, knock it off, man. It's
All right.
multiple choice.
And I will be joining in the competition.
Yeah, so this is going to be a 1v1v1v1.
a free for all, a battle
it's fun.
royale.
All right.
Who's
God,
ready?
there's a lot of rumbling out
Yeah,
there.
there's a lot of-
Jesus, there's a lot of rumbling out there.
It's a loud mop bucket. It's two loud mop buckets. Mop buckets.
Yeah, go fuck yourself, you mop bucket.
Yeah, it does sound like it
I
should
like
be.
it. That's
I'm like,
good.
wow, they're really mopping out there. my goodness. Okay, yeah. So it's a every man for himself, sort of the Fortnite type beat.
Fortnite type beat.
Who's
huh?
ready to get the victory?
God.
Number 1 victory royale. Yeah, fight night. We're about to get down. Okay, this first one's a paragraph. So strap yourselves in. So arsehole number 1 says, back when I was a confused, closeted homosexual at the age of 14, this album was my life. It was deep and meaningful. I'd legitimately blast this thing as loud as I could and cry my heart out because this album understood how lonely and confused I was. I haven't listened to this thing in about 3.5 years, nor do I plan on listening to it again. It's in a pile of CDs I hide in my drawer because those CDs are shit.
Okay.
You haven't listened to it in 3.5 years. How could you possibly have a relevant?
Is this A, Weezer's Pinkerton?
Oh my god! What?
B, American Football, self-titled.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, that's right. I was like so confused.
I thought it was me.
That's my alarm.
I thought it was me. Oh my god.
Alarm at 8:13?
Very precise.
You know
yeah,
what? We'll ask about this later.
Yeah.
Is this C, Paramore's Riot?
Oh wow.
Or is this D, Linkin Park's Meteora? Back
All right.
when I
How
was a
far apart was Meteora from the previous one?
1 year.
Yeah,
1 year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
2001.
This is back when this person was a closeted homosexual. This album was their life.
This feels really targeted.
It was deep and meaningful. I would legitimately blast this thing out loud
And
as
they-
I could.
And they haven't listened.
CD.
Yeah, that's a
Any of these.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
I've
they
thought
haven't
about
listened to it
everything
in
that's not
3.5 years. What would they have listened to 3.5 years ago and gone, that's shit, and then thought about that album for 3.5 years and said, I'm going to write a review on radiomusic.com.
Is it Pinkerton's Weezer?
Is it
Is it
what?
Weezer's Pinkerton? Whoops, my bad. Is it American Football's Americ and Football? People who know the album cover get that joke, right? Paramore's Riot or Linkin Park's Meteora.
These are all CDs, you know.
Yeah.
These are
I'm
all
not going to
very-
make it easy for you guys.
These are all CD core.
But which one speaks the most closeted homosexual. Yeah,
Closeted homosexual who listened to the album 3.5 years ago and decided it was bad. Shit, in their words.
You guys have any?
Pinkerton's really funny. So I think I'm going to go with Weezer's Pinkerton.
All right.
I feel like I want to say Linkin Park. I don't know why.
I was thinking that too.
There's
Linkin
something.
Park.
You can lock in the same answer.
Yeah.
That's
I was going to go that way as well. But it is also one of my favorite albums. So I was sort of more just trying to look at it from like,
look at this.
Whoever that...
I'm a CrossFit guy.
I've got an answer for all of us.
Yeah.
I think it was like definitely, it really was part of people's lives a lot.
Yeah.
And that sort of lifestyle became a bit cringy. Like, I don't know, like
the
coloured
spike.
hair.
Yeah.
The
goatees.
It was very quick to become cringe, but I think like as just musicians, like the whole
Really
album
good.
was incredible.
Yeah.
Would you say the album understood how lonely and confused you were?
Oh, for sure.
Did you write this review? No, I'm joking.
But 3.5 years ago, I did not listen to Breaking the Habit and went, that's shit, It's
All right, I'm gonna have to press people for answers.
Oh, yeah, Pinkerton.
Linkin Park.
Linkin Park.
Meteora.
Yeah.
Wow.
Park. 3 on Linkin Park.
Oh my God, if I'm wrong, that's so
1 on
embarrassing.
Pinkerton. The answer was D. Linkin Park's Meteora.
Are you serious? Wow.
Not a good start for Diego.
Oh my God.
But look, people have come back from worse, bro. You've got this. Don't worry.
It's the first one.
Yeah.
We've got many to go.
Dude's
up from
head in
here.
hands. It's all right, man.
I'm
Arsehole number 2.
it's just such a good album.
Yeah, we know. Arsehole number 2 says, "This is butt rock genesis. The exact moment in time rock music lost its legitimacy, or slowly degraded into hyper-masculine absurdity, between the groan-inducing vocals, or maybe it's just the lyrics, either way, and the canned drumming, it's hard to remember any moment of this album fondly.
Saint Anger.
Is this A,
Thanks.
I wanna say
Nirvana's
it's Limp
Nevermind?
Bizkit.
Oh, absolutely not.
Is this B, Metallica's Self-Titled?
Oh, damn, I got so excited.
That's the Black Album. Is it C, Guns N' Roses' Use Your Illusion 1,
Not masculine.
or D, Bon Jovi's Crush?
Not masculine either.
Could you say the first two?
Nirvana, Nevermind, and the Black Album by Metallica.
Can you read the review one?
This is butt rock genesis.
But like BUTT?
Yeah. Have you ever heard of butt rock before?
No, never.
It's just like, butt rock. It's the exact moment in time rock music lost its legitimacy, actually.
Okay.
And slowly degraded into hyper-masculine absurdity. Groan-inducing vocals, canned drumming,
What inducing?
groan-inducing.
It's
What
not
does
creative.
canned mean?
Yeah, what does
Because I know Lars Ulrich isn't widely renowned as a great drummer.
What are you talking about?
I thought he was loved by many and appreciated.
So,
By the masses.
I'm leaning towards Metallica
I
just
am
from
a
that.
little bit too. And the
I thought that as soon as I heard canned drumming.
I think the hyper masculinity bit is so interesting because it's like I don't think Guns N' Roses like with like one of the highest registers and go like that guy's obsessed with himself.
But boy does it induce groans.
Yeah. I don't wait, what was it? Use Your Illusion, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Bon Jovi?
Crush.
It's kind of I think I have no, you know what?
Or Nirvana.
Put me down for Nirvana.
She's offended.
But this is the thing, right?
You don't agree.
I'm basing my answer right now off of the fact that Meteora was the answer to the last question.
Yeah, I guess. But like we had
Reasons. Yeah, it's true.
What's your reason?
Yeah, go on. What's your reason,
I think
buddy?
it's like I'm using a bit of context clues. It's time like that it came in the context of the other albums. You know what I mean? It feels like it's like people see it as like a turning point, and I'd like the idea of somebody seeing it as a turning point for the worse. That's really funny to me. Somebody listens to Come As You Are, and they're like, not listening to rock again. Wow.
It's over.
It's over.
So
this is
are you-
butt rock genesis.
You're locking in A. Are you guys all going to lock in
It's kind of the most
Metallica
ridiculous
as
to
well?
me.
I think I'm going to do
Yeah, me too.
Metallica.
Oh my god.
It's gonna be so funny.
Okay, Eloise is thinking, don't worry.
I don't know.
Oh,
Something about Bon Jovi.
I hear that. That was.
I don't know.
yeah.
Like, I'm just gonna go with it.
All right.
Yeah, respect that.
All right.
I'm so scared.
Thank you, because that means I'm not going to get 3-1. That would
Yeah,
be
it-
so embarrassing.
Which you would have, because it's Metallica's
Yeah.
self-titled album.
Thank God, Eloise. Thank God.
You're welcome.
Yeah, the can drumming kind of gave it away, but I thought I'd chuck an easy one in there for you.
Yeah, but it's like, I can imagine people listening to Dave Grohl being like, who is this guy?
I was going to just take that part out, but I was like, doesn't feel fair.
Nah,
Did they say that about?
No, but
Yeah,
this
okay.
guy, these people
that's
don't know
what-
what they're talking about.
I guess.
All right, we're going to step out of the arsehole
Oh,
for a
of course.
minute and do something completely different. We're going to do the lightning round now, guys.
Yeah, if you don't mind.
I did say this would come, and here it is. It's out of nowhere, just like we want it to be.
So basically, the lightning round is a minute of us asking you questions, and you answering them as fast as you can, and seeing how many you can answer in a minute. Joss and I will alternate asking the questions, so it'll be like it'll be pretty confusing to be completely honest with you.
yeah,
it will
because
be confusing.
the 2 to 3 ratio is not good. is
So
it?
Joss and I will just alternate asking
do you want
questions,
to just?
but you guys are gonna go.
Do you want to
in
just
the
ask
line.
them all?
Okay.
Because I'm doing the arsehole assessments. Like you just ask them all.
Okay. Yeah, I should have.
Are
Because
we
some-
the
all
case of it-
answering, or
Yeah,
is it?
So it'll go. So
one
I'll
at a
ask
time.
Eloise, and I'll ask Julian, then I'll ask Sarah, and then we'll go bang, 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 and then just go.
And yeah,
in a
you have a
circle.
minute to pretty much answer as many as you can. And highest score at the end of the year wins some plug merch. So
Yeah.
Can we pass?
yeah, I mean you could if
Yeah,
it's
I
a
suppose.
suitable answer to the question, you can pass.
If
but
you pass, it won't count as as towards your
yeah.
total.
Whereas if you just say like but
Yeah.
then that
Sorry,
counts.
we should mention the questions are mostly nonsense.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, a lot of them don't have proper answers. I mean, but like you can definitely answer some of
I
them.
might turn this off.
Yeah, good
so
idea.
it doesn't lock. Okay. And also there will be super distracting music playing in the background.
Oh, fun.
Anyway, let's go.
Amazing.
All right. Are we ready?
sure.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Eloise, have you heard the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise?
Yes.
What music does your favorite dinosaur vibe with?
Smash Mouth.
What's the Roman numeral for 1 million?
7.
Are you aware of the existence of FIFA Core?
Of course.
Okay. How long has your most recent clap been going for?
2 years.
Do you formally agree to watch all 3 Lord of the Rings extended cuts with us after the podcast?
Absolutely not.
iPhone or Android?
iPhone.
Fuck the Beatles?
Yes.
What can a guy do to get a bite to eat around here?
You can just go.
Trebuchet or Catapult?
Catapult.
Who performs the Big Bang Theory theme song? Yes.
Yes.
What
The band,
superpower
yes.
would you have?
What'd you say?
what superpower would you have?
Flying.
Do you know what an aglet is?
Yeah.
What
Nice.
does the fox say?
Ding, 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 ding,
Is
ding.
life really hard, or are you just not trying?
It's very hard.
Okay, that's time. Good job, team.
Good job, guys.
Good job, team. I
Well
stumped
done.
you with a couple of those ones.
Yeah,
such
that was
as,
a couple stumps.
Yeah, that was a
Yeah.
couple of stumps. I will say after the first. Shut up. I will say after the
that out.
after the first question, I like muscle memory just waited
Yeah,
for
I
just to
noticed
ask
that.
the next one.
I was gonna.
So I was just like, yeah. So Smash Mouth, favorite.
Rest in peace.
Yeah,
rest in
too
peace.
soon, man.
Rest in peace.
Literally like I was trying
Smash
to think
Mouth.
of anything.
Smash Mouth. Yeah.
But Smash Mouth.
I didn't even ask like
Yes.
what band. I said what music. You're like Smash Mouth as a
Yeah,
music.
just like they encapsulate.
yeah.
Who does do the Big Bang Theory?
Bare Naked Ladies?
Bare Naked Ladies, right?
Bare
of
Naked
course.
Ladies does the Big Bang Theory theme
Aglet,
song.
end of a
Aglet, you know
shoelace.
what an aglet is? Okay, great.
Classic. Fox
7
does
was
say
the
that.
Roman numeral for 1 million, of course. That's
That's pretty funny.
that's written in
Hang
stone.
on.
So
Yeah.
All right, let's get back to.
I noticed that you said catapult.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. You're right?
No, as
cringe.
soon as I said that, I'm like, I'm going to get in trouble back at home. Been playing Age of Empires with my boyfriend.
and
You play Age of Empires? Oh my god, I'm so sorry. my bad.
Never
My
That's what
excited.
bad.
you get for saying
So well.
catapult is your favorite between
I was
trebuchet and catapult.
stressed.
You
Fair
get
enough.
more. Yeah, that's okay. Anyway, so let's move
So
on
basic.
to.
Oh yeah, you got 15. Did we say
You
that?
got 15.
Yeah.
Which is. You guys participated.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's all right. It's better
And for
than
that,
some.
we thank you.
We'll give you a participation award. It's nothing.
Yeah,
but
it's nothing.
Yeah, there's
But-
no award, but it's a verbal award.
If you close your eyes, right? Everybody close your eyes and then picture a participation award.
trophy.
We don't even get one. We just have to.
Yeah,
you have to imagine it.
You have to imagine it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And You're welcome.
Yes, thank you.
And
so much.
we're going to move back into arsehole assessment now. Just
Arsehole number 3. For confirmation, we got 2-1-0, right? Okay.
comeback of the century starts now.
Answer number 3 says, more boring AM radio pop drivel. The kind of non-offensive noise that plays in an elevator or at the doctor's office. Soulless pop made to be easily consumed by people that claim to be music fans.
Ram by Paul McCartney.
This is this is the kind of stuff that made punk music happen. Hopefully the silver lining will be a rock explosion of sorts, but I won't hold my breath. What? Is this A, Clairo's Immunity? What? Is this B, MGMT's Little Dark Age? Is this C, Alt J's This Is All Yours? Or is this D, Tame Impala's The Slow Rush?
Wow, the Slow Rush is in there. Haven't heard about that album.
Yeah, I reckon, hey, where'd that come from?
Okay, can you read the review one more time?
More boring AM radio pop drivel.
What? Have you guys ever heard of
It's the kind of...
That's what I'm really stuck on.
Have you ever heard a pop song played on AM radio?
Well, nothing nothing after the 1950s. I don't think.
Yeah.
And
that was mean.
Sounds like elevator music for a doctor's office. That's basically what he said. Oh no, elevator or at a doctor's office. I was like, that doesn't make any sense, but whatever.
It's a nice doctor's office.
Soulless pop music made to be easily consumed by people who claim to be music fans.
It's horrible. It hurts. Who claim to be music fans.
And this is the kind of stuff that made punk music happen. Clearly.
What? This is the kind of stuff.
So wait, are we talking 80s?
Well, that you would think so,
pop.
but you'd notice every album I listed was from this decade.
Yeah.
Well, not really, actually, last decade.
Last
but,
decade.
Okay,
so basically, this guy makes no sense.
This is the kind of stuff. Can you read that sentence?
That made punk music happen. And then he says, hopefully the silver lining will be a rock explosion of sorts. But he's not going to hold his breath.
Wait.
Clairo.
He's not going to hold his breath.
But I won't. I'm going to say to he. Look, it's just my assumption.
Okay.
I know I shouldn't assume gender like that, but like, I don't know, just based off the review, he sounds like an angry
it's not
man.
a group, it's a person.
No. Oh, well.
They're a person giving the review.
So they wouldn't hold their breath, yeah. Clairo, MGMT, Alt J, or Tame Impala.
I don't think I've listened to any of these albums except the Slow Rush, unfortunately.
Yeah, well, there's always one of those ones.
Yeah.
But as long as you know the gist of the artist, you can kind of go.
Because this reviewer
really good
is
albums
giving me
here.
a few vibes. First vibe, a guy.
Man, yeah.
Oh yeah.
And based off of that, I'm gonna say Clairo.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
because he does give me the vibe, the claim to be music fans vibe. You know that whole. Oh, actually, claim to be music fans. Maybe it's MGMT. Because they're like a goated with the sauce kind of band. I wish I didn't bring up goated with the sauce. That's my mistake.
that's on me, guys. What are you guys thinking?
I'm thinking Clairo.
I want to say Alt J.
Alt J.
Just because of they claim to be music fans. I feel like they're, if you ranked all the bands, like the least known.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're right. I think you're right. I like it.
Yeah, I said it's a toss up between them and Clairo, but like I guess Clairo's had a bit of a resurgence. So
I'm gonna go with Alt J too because I don't know any of the albums.
Great.
I'm not familiar with any of the bands, so I'm just guessing.
Great.
Cool.
Great.
He gave me a record, one of theirs.
Yeah, because we found it for free.
Thank you.
Oh, wow, that's weird. The username says Sarah J.
Sarah was like, "Look, I just found some of this AM radio pop triple before. Do you guys want it?"
Guess I'll give it to my bandmate.
Yeah, I don't know. It sounds like the kind of music they were playing in the doctor's office.
Do you reckon this guy's a musician himself?
Probably. Probably an insufferable one.
I think he. What band would this guy love?
Like Dream Theater, for sure.
I was gonna go.
Oh, I for sure know who I'm picking.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think MGMT simply because they are so successful.
Yeah.
And like he would get jealous of that. And he would not understand the music he's listening to because like young people are listening to it. So I'm just going with jealousy.
I like that. I like. Oh man, you've swayed me a little bit.
All right, we're gonna have to take some lock-ins here.
Okay,
guys.
fine. I'm gonna stick with Clairo.
Clairo, are you locked in over here?
Alt J.
Alt J, and MGMT. Everyone's wrong. It's Tame Impala's.
That's gonna be my second choice.
Similar sort of vibe off of what you said in terms of the one where people are listening to it the most. It's like, has the dude ever been in an elevator?
They'll be sick.
I'd be like, Also, elevator music rules.
There's so much wrong with this review. The AM pop stuff.
Look, I digress.
Yeah, we digress.
Also, number 4, score is still 2-2-1-0. Unfortunately, Diego, I'm sorry.
So if you guys get the next 2 wrong, I have a chance to win it all.
Arsenal number 4 says, this should not be allowed to be called an album.
Oh, Jesus
Because
Christ.
being an album implies that there is music on that album.
Oh, my God.
Oh, wow.
And maybe some singing or some decent rapping. I can't find any of those things here. Is this A,
Oh, no.
Limp Bizkit's Significant
Oh,
Other?
no.
B, Papa Roach's Infest? C, Puddle of Mud's Come Clean? Sorry, Puddle of Mud's such a funny name. Or D, Rage Against the Machine's Renegades? This should not be allowed to be called an album.
You say the. Oh, yeah.
I was just going to say, it's such a passionate review about.
The album implies that there would be music on that album. And maybe some singing or some decent rapping.
All right, so
Can't find any of those things here.
we can't ask about the bands, can't we?
You can,
if you have questions, I can give them.
So, like, I know Limp Bizkit they rap a lot of their stuff.
Fred Durst,
So,
yeah.
how many other bands are doing that?
Like on this list?
Yeah, are they all?
I would say every band here, except for maybe Puddle of Mud, has like a degree of rapping in their music.
To varying degrees, there's some rapping in there.
Not according to this guy.
Yeah, this guy would disagree.
So true.
with that
And decent singing. I don't think I've really heard
Or
singing
some
from
singing
Limp
or
Bizkit.
decent rapping.
Okay,
singing
but, like,
or decent rap.
does he
There you
sing?
go. Fred Durst?
Is that
Yeah?
He did.
There's like, remember their cover of Behind Blue Eyes by The Who?
Yeah, okay.
God, does he sing on that one? Oh.
But does he sing on that album?
I don't
Significant Other. Well, I would say like, maybe a hook here or there, but it's a pretty rap
come out. Did this come out before Woodstock 99?
It was like when that was like a big thing. Like Limp Bizkit were pretty much the band at that time.
I'm gonna go with them just
Cool.
because I don't like them because of what happened.
No, what they did at Woodstock was sick.
What they did? What they
let's
did?
encourage riots.
Yeah, they pretty much just caused a riot.
That's
I mean, look, I think Woodstock's to blame for the causing of riots. I think, and for putting a band like Limp Bizkit on who have a song called Break Stuff.
Of course, they chose those bands.
Yeah,
like it's not like that's probably what they would have done at every show.
It was just a mixture of like they chose Limp Bizkit to headline and they fucked the festival up royally. So like it was not a good recipe. It was a recipe for disaster. If you know.
What was the last one?
Rage Against the Machine.
I think I'm going to go.
Me too.
Wow.
Because it's not really singing or rapping. Like, well, it's to someone who doesn't like that music. I could see them not thinking that's singing or decent rapping.
Wow. This review also says written by Sarah.
No, I like Rage Against the Machine. I'm just saying I can see how someone could do that.
Right. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Are you gonna lock in Limp Bizkit?
Wait, give me Papa Roach.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Left turn. We got
Hey,
Papa
I need
Roach.
to know more about Papa Roach.
I am not that familiar. I just know that I don't.
Cut my life into
I don't
pieces.
like them very much.
This is my last result. That's all you really have to know.
That's
Yeah.
the
I
only
don't,
song
I don't
would
like
know.
them very much.
Suffocation. No breathing. Don't give a fuck. Give up. Sorry.
Yeah. It's not,
Yeah, I love it.
Okay, so I'm gonna go with Limp Bizkit.
Okay, Limp Bizkit's locked in. Sarah's got locking in Rage Against the Machine, right? Eloise, Sam,
Papa Roach.
Papa Roach. Julian takes the lead.
Oh,
It was Limp Bizkit with Significant Other. So it's now 3-2-1-0, right?
3-2-2-1.
3-2.
No,
1.
3-2-2-0.
Julian on 3, Sarah 2.
1-3-2-0.
Eloise 1. Oh, sweet. Thank you.
Thank you, Matt.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
So
everyone that's committed to
basically,
it.
Sarah has to get this right and Julian has to get it wrong for there to be an equalized. Otherwise, you've got this in the bag, Julian.
Yeah. So this is for all the
don't fuck this
marbles.
up.
The winner of our soul assessment.
Possibly the best review I've ever pulled. The funniest review I've ever
All right.
pulled.
This is your chance to become a real
It
life
is
proctologist.
a simple 8 words.
Julian.
Is it? 9 words. It's I will never forgive Mark Ronson for this album.
That's so many albums.
Oh my god.
Is
That's
this
awesome. I really like that. That's really funny.
is this A, Amy Winehouse, Back to Black?
No, it's not. It's not.
B,
way.
Queens of the Stone Age, Villains. C, Lady Gaga, Joanne. Or D, Mark Ronson, Uptown Special.
Oh my god.
I'll read the review again.
Wait. Uptown Special, you mean Uptown Funk?
No, so the album's called Uptown Special.
Oh, I see.
And boy, will this person maybe not forgive Mark Ronson for it, if it's the answer.
Sorry, could you just read the review one more time?
I will never forgive Mark Ronson for this album. Such a funny review. Amy
Can't
Winehouse
say that about Amy.
quotes
No,
Lady
can't.
Gaga or himself, Mark Ronson.
If I had to, oh man, I could see. I mean, people didn't like Joanne very much.
I was going to say, I don't want to get the little monsters out for us.
Yeah, I liked it. I really liked it. I thought it was excellent, but but the thing is, nobody would never forgive Mark Ronson for. Nobody would listen to it, be like, "Sheesh," you know what I mean? I think.
I feel like I've heard all these albums.
The general
but,
response to-
Jesus,
yeah,
bro,
exactly.
you really not going to forgive this guy for
Forgive
releasing
Mark
something
Ronson.
you don't like?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go.
Get over it,
I will
mate.
never forgive Mark Ronson. I think you guys can follow me on this train of thought here, but I believe that the fact that this person calls out Mark Ronson makes me think it's not Mark Ronson's own album, right?
Sure.
I think okay.
Yeah, that makes complete sense.
I think it might be Queens of the Stone Age.
That's
No,
you can pick the same thing.
my heart.
Oh, you just like that album?
That's just too mean.
Yeah,
I like Queens of the Stone
yeah,
Age. I just think it might.
B there.
Okay.
What would I not forgive Mark?
like war crimes or something.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's committed any, so...
Is he a mainstream artist before he hooked up with what's his name?
Like
yeah,
Uptown Funk?
Yes.
Yeah.
But like in a way, but like in a
I would like...
Scenes.
Yeah, he's definitely like I think was more of a producer before he started releasing like.
And he did full albums. It's not like he was just featured.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Like he's done a handful of full albums. Like honestly, this is kind of a list of most of the full albums he's done.
Yeah, like Valerie is
Yeah.
featuring Amy Winehouse.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
And that's yeah, and this person will never forgive Mark Ronson for that.
I am blown away that he helped out on Valerie. That's amazing.
Well, yeah, it's his song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. I know, right? Everybody.
Shout out Mark.
Yeah, who's this Mark guy?
I'm
right?
never gonna forgive him for
I'm
that.
never forgive him. Okay,
We need some answers, guys.
Yeah, look, no matter what I put my thing on, I'm not winning this one, so I think I'm gonna say Joanne.
There you go.
I'm going to go with Joanne.
There you go.
I'm gonna go with the Mark Ronson.
Mark Ronson's album. Okay, sick.
Yeah, and
Queens
Sarah?
of the Stone
Queens of the
Age.
Stone Age. Oh my god, it's gonna be back to back. It's gonna be so fucked up.
We've got a tiebreaker on our hands because it was Queens of the Stone Age with Villains.
Whoa.
There we go.
Whoa. All right, we have a tiebreaker, so that means Joss is most likely going to work right now to get up an old question because he's not going to find a review right now because that would be too long and annoying.
Yeah,
to
everyone,
come up
do you
with
mind
an
waiting a bit? I'm just gonna
Yeah,
find
we
something.
can
enough.
pad or we can just like cut some silence. So,
Yeah, I that answer I gave, I was like going for the like, you know, my sort of like
yeah,
overly autistic brain just wanting to get to like exactly,
It's
but
him.
like you know, when I asked that question about him being mainstream, I was kind of hoping that like he wasn't before.
yeah,
then, and that
yeah,
would give
yeah.
The jealousy. that I had
Yeah,
last time.
I like the jealousy angle. It's very clever because I think most people who leave reviews on radio music are also musicians, so it's a great angle to come from.
Okay, we're gonna go to so head to head. You
All
guys are unfortunately out.
Yeah, should we participate or no? Just straight up no.
I'm just going to watch it happen.
All right,
And
okay,
I'm going to
sure.
say for this one, you can't answer the same thing.
Yeah,
So, I mean,
yeah.
maybe you can scissors, paper, rock to who guesses first.
Yeah, let's do that.
but
Let's
the
do
review-
scissors paper rock, great for audio.
The review goes as follows. What? That sentence that came out of my mouth wasn't English. Anyway, this would be so much better if they didn't sound like Randy Newman choking on a pine cone.
Oh my god, I remember this.
Classic. Is this A, System of a Down, Hypnotize? B, Black Midi, Schlangenheim? C. Bjork's Vespertine, or D. The Smiths' The Queen is Dead.
Very funny.
What was the review again?
This would sound so much better if they didn't sound like Randy Newman choking on a pine cone. So which one of these sounds like Randy Newman choking on a pine cone?
It's a jungle out there.
System of a Down.
I feel like, am I asking a bad question here, but who is Randy Newman?
I don't know who that is.
You don't have a friend in me.
I'm
sorry.
No, I'm joking. Yeah, but you know the Toy Story, like you got a friend.
You got a friend.
Okay.
He also was like a really popular artist in like the late 60s, early 70s.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so he kind of had a renaissance
one
when
of
he came
these,
and did those.
System of a Down, Black Midi,
Bjork, or the Smiths.
I'm going to say System.
System, okay. We've got System.
Yeah.
I have nothing.
Who sounds
Can you
like
tell
that?
me the albums one more time?
Sure, it's System of a Down, Hypnotize, Black Midi, Schlangenheim, Bjork, Vespertine, or the Smiths, The Queen is Dead.
I do not know.
That happens sometimes. I tried to pick from like your influences and stuff like that before, but now we're going just raw dog.
Now we're outside of that sphere. Yeah.
It's like I'm trying to see, is this guy being spiteful because he just doesn't like the band who they are?
Or do they
is
sound like they're choking on a pine cone?
Is it like really that bad?
Should I do some impressions of somebody choking on a pine cone to give you a
I'm not too familiar with Bjork's music.
It's pretty good.
Thanks.
I think it would be more violent.
Bjork then.
I don't think I've actually heard her sing. I've
Is that-
seen what she looks like.
No.
You know what I think? I think Bjork sounds exactly what she looks like. So imagine that woman singing. That's what she sounds like.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard her talk.
Sure.
That's what she's. Yeah. You've got. You've got.
Can I choose Randy Newman?
Yes.
Okay, I will just go Bjork because why not?
All right.
It was neither of those. It was Black Midi.
So we end on a tie. You both come second. Congratulations, team. And thank you very much for coming on the podcast and participating, especially Eloise on that intro. That was magic.
I barely tried, and you are welcome.
Thank you so much.
We like to end the podcast by letting you guys plug your social media. How can we find you guys on socials?
At Cult of Indigo.
Nice.
So simple, so
I'm going
easy.
to slow it down. Sometimes people don't understand what we're saying. Cult.
Yeah, Cult.
Like the bad one. Of Indigo.
This is so late to ask this question, but where's the name come from?
We were doing a live stream on Instagram back in the day when the name of the project was just my name.
Yep.
And I had a burner account on Instagram that I just used for things. But I wanted to view our live stream to see if it worked.
Yeah.
And her name was like Indigo something. I don't know. I just made it up. And so then
Just latched onto
we
that.
just said something like we're all the followers of her or something.
Yeah,
and then
Yeah, great.
it happened in like 5 minutes. So it's kind of it though.
Great.
Well, we like to end on like a wise word of wisdom. If you guys have anything wise and wordy to say, now would be the
past
time.
examples. Can you remember any? What was Star Crazies? Do you remember? I don't remember.
They didn't have one, remember? They were like, go listen to The Plug or something like that, right? Which is honestly...
I used to go to school with the bassist from that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What, Jack?
Wait, no, not Jack. The guitarist.
Connor? Wait,
Odin.
I forgot
Odin
Connor was not in that band.
He is insane.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, and a nice guy as well. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, so some wise words of wisdom from the Cult of Indigo, if you wouldn't mind. It can be anything. What's the classic? When called by a panther, don't answer.
Yeah, Robbie. Good job. Referencing a lot of episode 2.
Yeah. What else is there? Always
shit before you
always
have
shit
your morning
before
coffee.
your morning coffee.
Yeah. Which I still follow that to this day. But you guys didn't need to know that.
Crazy. Insane. I can't. What?
Drink water.
Drink water. Yeah.
Might wear earplugs.
Yeah. Wear earplugs. That is a wise word of wisdom.
I need to take that advice.
Cool. Yeah. All right.
Okay.
And now we're going to dance.
You heard it here first, folks. Wear earplugs.
Oh, thank you to everybody for listening to this latest episode of the Plug Podcast featuring the band Cult of Indigo. That's at Cult of Indigo on Instagram if you want to go check them out. They're not really doing anything currently, but big things are coming, as they have said so in the episode. So look out for that stuff. And yeah, shout out to Eloise, Julian, and Sarah with their solo endeavors as well. I mean, obviously this is Eloise's solo endeavor, but you know, I digress. Thank you to ProPodcast for letting us use their studio at ProPodcast_ on Instagram. We're at It's the Plug _, and then on TikTok we're at Plug Talk with a 0 and an underscore. Lots of underscores, you know, that's how it is on those sorts of social media platforms. Anyway, we've got YouTube if you're not already watching this on YouTube. We've also got a Patreon, which we don't use, but if you want to support us, that's where you can do so. And yeah, we've got a fancy little band called Acacia Bloom, who are going to come on next week, or in 2 weeks rather. So look out for that. Until then, I hope you guys stay peachy. Laters.